hacker on the prowl. I'ma make it go wow. I'm original, and I told you so. I'm a kid in the candy store. Put the leather on the denim. I ain't the cure, I'm the venom. If you wanna find me, find the taillight. Something's coming in, you're gonna wanna take a red eye. It's time to go. It's time to go. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. I don't wait for nobody. I'm a summer name on the dotty. City lights call my name, drawn to the flame, and I'm feeling kinda naughty. I hit the ground running, step out the door and I'm stunning. Better hold tight cause you know what's going down. I'm setting the pace cause this is my town. So get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink.
Welcome, everybody. It is time. It is not my usual Wednesday show. This is my new usual Wednesday show. Hi, Keely Dunn, Discord for Creators. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday or Saturday or whenever in the future you happen to live, or if you're catching this on the replay. I hope that you can say something in the comments to let me know that you're there. And if you have any questions as we go through the material and you're breezing through it, please make sure that you say something in those comments and hashtag replay squad because you're worth it. I am really excited tonight because we are going to go through some basics of user accounts, and we are going to, every week, we're going to cover a subject area where I'm going to do a demo. You know, you might be familiar with this format where somebody that you may know goes through the software and demos the functions and teaches you about it and then answers a whole bunch of questions at the end. That's what we're going to do too. So if you're here live, you're looking really good today, by the way. Make sure you put a Q colon in front of your questions and we'll tag them up and get to them at the end so that we can go. But I'm going to say hi to a few people because I just really want to. So here we go. We have, of course, moderator extraordinaire, Dina Taylor, or D. Just D. Just the letter D, because you don't need more than that when you're Dina. Dina, good to have you. Thank you for coming by and looking after me as always. Simply Obs, yo, good to have you. That's great. Louise, hi. Very good to see you as well. And Albert is here. Okay, I'm going to dive into the material, and I hope that it is a nice, thorough demonstration of sort of the first topic area that we need to get to know when we are in the Discords. And I got to put my glasses on because I can't see anything. And I have to check my notes. I have to do all kinds of crazy things. Okay, so first up, gang, is we are going to talk about accounts in general, and that there is one account to rule them all. It's just like Tolkien's ring, okay? So when you start using Discord, you want to make sure that you don't inadvertently create more than one account. And there's a really, really solid reason for this. And that is because think about Discord like it's Facebook, but a lot doper and more fun and doesn't have Zuckerberg involved. If you go into Facebook and you have multiple logins and multiple accounts, your friends don't know which one is really you. They're like, wait, that person's a scammer and they're pretending to be you. And your friends only attach to one account. The groups that you're in only attach to that one account. And the privileges and pages that you might administer and things like that are only in that one account. Discord is the same way. So I am just going to move my mouse over here. Eventually, here we go. Now I can see things. And so when you are using Discord and you go to the login screen, if you've logged out for some reason in the web app, it will give you something like this so that you can log back in. If you're presented with the register screen, but you're like, wait, hold the phone, I already have an account, make sure you click already have an account, okay? And get yourself logged in. Your user account on Discord is a combination of the name that you've been assigned and some magical numbers. So you can see mine here at the bottom. Is this, I'm gonna try this. Okay, you can see mine at the bottom here has a hashtag and some numbers. That is the specific Keely Dunn. That is me right there. And I'm gonna have to blur that out on the replay. I'm just saying, security. But I needed you to see it, so there you go. Okay, so one account to rule them all. Excellent. We're doing well so far, right? There you go. Status. Statuses are another thing that are really useful to have, and I keep forgetting about this too. Okay, down in your user account area down here, if you click on your little icon, okay, your little facey face, oops. Okay, you'll see that you have a number of statuses that you can invoke. Okay, I have mine right now set to do not disturb because I don't want any notifications coming through while I'm in Discord, showing you Discord on a live stream. Okay, so you can set yourself intentionally to be online idle, do not disturb, invisible. So if there's something that you'd like to see, maybe check out, but you don't quite want everybody, your boss, to know that you're online, then you can go into invisible mode, okay? You can also set custom statuses. So if you want to say something like, hey, I'm lost in a field of dreams and my life is amazing, you could set that as your status if you wanted. It's a little weird, but you could, right? You could absolutely do that. All right, I got to get back to my screens here. I'm stream decking this thing completely out. Here we go. Status, right? And here we go. I need to get back to the screen. Hi. So now that we've covered statuses, we're going to talk about mics. Now you might wonder, if you're a little bit newer to Discord and you haven't been playing around with all of the features, you might be saying, what do you mean we can get on the mic? Well, one of the really cool functions of Discord are the voice channels. It's a deceptive name because they're not just voice channels, they're also video channels. And the best way to think about them is that it's like a Zoom call in a lot of ways, because you still have the same functions of setting up your input device, your output device, your camera, your virtual camera, and those sort of things. So you want to sort of have that little framework in mind. And when we go down to our handy section down here at the bottom as well, you can see, once I remove my custom setup there, is that we have buttons down here at the bottom that we can use. Mute and deafen. Okay, what's the difference, you might say, or you might ask, is that mute will just turn off your mic in all of the voice channels all over Discord. So you can mute yourself like this, and that means you turn off your mic. Not surprisingly, the same shortcut that you would use in Zoom and many other Mac programs, Command-Shift-M mutes your microphone in the Discords as well. But a lot like Zoom and Teams and all those things, Discord has to be the active application. So if you want to use, say, a Stream Deck shortcut, you can't just program Command-Shift-M because it's going to mute you in whatever the active app is, and not in Discord. You want to set up a multi-action button that allows you to have the two actions, active application or open application, Discord, and then Command-Shift-M. Or you can use the Stream Deck plugin. There is a Discord Stream Deck plugin that maybe I'll show you a little bit later, and that you can invoke the buttons on that as well. But we'll leave that for now. I'm getting ahead of myself because it's so exciting. Okay, deafen. Now, this is a really interesting option because it actually is kind of like just turning off sound. You not only turn off your microphone, but you turn off your audio input as well. So if you're in a situation where you're in a voice call, you're in a voice channel, you're watching a stream or something like that, and you're like, oh my God, I need to pay attention to something out here, and my kid's starting to scream and I need to figure it out, you can hit deafen right away here, and you know that you're safe. Everything sound-wise is turned off. Really handy. And also, shortcut for this, Command-Shift-D. Okay, so that's a really nice little feature. And if I Command-Shift-D, boom, there we go. I am back undeafened, which is really great. Okay, we're just swinging just completely along here. Let's make sure I'm gonna pause for a second, pause for the cause, as Miss Diana Gladney would say, and see what's going on. And would you look at that? Carlos is here. Hi, friend. Good to see you. Wait, I'll go back to hi, Rich. Good to see you. This is all going to be some basic info for all of you friends, but I am a big fan of making sure that we all have this, because you know what? When I went through to prep this, I learned a couple things. And I think this person that I'm emulating, I think that happens to him occasionally too. There you go. Yes, the one user account to rule them all, something like that. Totara. That's a Totra? I don't know. That's sort of weird. Anyway, there you go. Thanks for that. Okay, let me plug along and let's see what the next topic is now that we've covered the mics. Settings. Okay, boy, there is a lot to cover here, and I'm not going to keep coming back to every single little topic area, but we are going to get right into this stuff. Okay, the user settings, or otherwise known as preferences. So the same way that you would invoke them in many other Mac apps, that's the little gear icon down here. Or, wouldn't you know it, Command, comma, will bring them up as well. Okay, no, not that one. My Safari preferences opened up. How rude. Okay, so I'm going to have to blur out some of these aspects too, but again, I wanted you to see the full picture, but I will blur some details out on the replay. Okay, so this is Command Central for Discord, and whenever anything goes wrong, or you're concerned about privacy, or your camera isn't working, this is where you're going to come to fix all of it. Okay, the first screen here that we're looking at, my account. Okay, this is where your user profile, your general profile, and I had a really nice chat with, I recorded a video for her, so it was like I was talking to her, for our Miss Eileen, who was asking me what the difference between a user profile and a server profile was. Okay, I'll uncover all those mysteries in a second, but the user profile right here, you're accessing it right here on the first screen, right at the top. And you can also, if you've gone to another topic area, another subtopic of the user settings, you would click over here in user profile to get back to that and get to more information. Okay, but on the My Account, You're going to see options to change things like your email accounts, the phone number that you use to attach. And this is another big reason why you don't want to have more than one account, is because your phone number can only be attached to one single Discord account. And if everything goes wrong and you lose your password and you don't know how to get back into your Discord account, you need to be able to provide authentication, a two-factor authentication using your phone number. And if your phone number is attached to a different account, not the one that you're trying to get into, but a different account, oh my goodness, all chaos is going to break out. Okay, so do not get into that trap. Make sure one account. If you've accidentally set up two, you want to delete the account that you don't have a phone number attached to, and then get everything sorted right away with the one that does have a phone number attached. Your password, your backup codes, SMS authentication is all right here. And again, if you needed to disable or delete your accounts, you would do it here. User profiles. All right. This is where you get to make things pretty. Yay! Avatars. Now again, this is your user profile avatar. And the distinction for this, really important, is that every server that you enter, every server you join as a new member, hi, this is the profile that will show until you change it in that particular server. Okay, so this is your general stuff. So not only that, but this is what appears in your DMs. So the avatar that I have here with my Canadian Whistle Lady persona, rather than my Discord for Creators persona, this is what shows in my DMs. So I've had to make a choice. Who am I going to be more often? And right now, being the FH Empire's Canadian Whistle Lady is more important because I've got 500 people that I'm serving in that community and not as many with you guys. Someday, right? And then I also have a few items in my About Me. Now, this is a great place. You can use markup language and links in your About Me profile. So what I've done is I've put shortcuts to the servers, because if you can see my profile, I'm already in a server, we're in mutual servers, and maybe you're interested in seeing the other server work that I do. Great, you can click on one of the pretty URLs that I've constructed there, and you might see these really cool, like these little GIFs, they're animated. Word! Yes, they're animated, and I have pulled them. I've been able to upload them to one of the servers that I'm a part of, and then I can use them in my About Me. It's just one of those tiny little things. I didn't know it was such a big deal with people. I didn't know that people cared about animated GIFs and emojis on their roles and things like that. And then suddenly, when I implemented some on the FH Empire server, people went, "Oh, this is so great. I love this." Okay. People like pretty things. What can I say? All right. Privacy and safety. All right. This is really a lot more important than you probably think so, because if you've ever received an unsolicited picture in your DMs on Discord, you're gonna wish you had this a little more locked down. Okay, so what you might want to do, I have clicked on this option that my friends are nice, my direct messages from friends are fine. You don't have to scan those. But would you please scan DMs from somebody who is not already my friend? Because right now I'm letting people DM me who, if they're not my friends, because of my management position in a few servers. So it's important for me to keep that open in case there's something I need to help with, and it's not people that are only confined to being my friends who can contact me. And here, this is what I've done. My server privacy defaults here. Server members can DM me. So my server members can DM me. That's fine. And then the people who can add me as a friend, I just want the people who are friends of friends and server members. So if we're not in a mutual server together, you can't add me as a friend. And that really helps with a lot of things. The rich presence for games, I'm not a gamer, so I'm not worried about this kind of stuff. But then there are some privacy and data explanations here about how Discord will use your data. They just released an update on data practices, so they might seem like a pretty super cool, hip, cash kind of company, but they do take data quite seriously with their growing user base. So don't be worried about that. If you have concerns about using this for your business, then I would recommend that you check their privacy policies that they have listed here, terms of service and privacy policies, so you can see whether this kind of system is going to work for you or not. And you can also find out what data Discord is actually tracking for you. So you can request it all and they will send it to you, which is awesome. Okay, what have I missed so far? Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm on track. Everything's fine. Authorized apps. This is where the fun stuff comes in. If you are managing servers, you're going to have a list of things that are integrated into your servers that are performing actions for you and doing some automations. You might also have connections just from being a user because a server that you're in uses a bot to perform actions for you. Okay? But this is great because if you're concerned about something and you're like, wait a minute, what's a memberful? And I'm not really sure. And I'm not even a part of a server that uses this anymore. You can deauthorize any integrations that have access to things like your user account name and things like that. But you can see I have quite a few. I have some integrations that I'm just learning how to use right now. I've got ClickUp in there. I've got some specific bots that help me run my servers, and this is, well, it's just really cool. Connections. So you can connect things, your social media accounts, to actions in Discord. Okay? So you can turn on automatic detection so that it links into things. I've got my Facebook set up, and I'm syncing my friends just because it means that if somebody is a Facebook user and they want to be my friend on Discord, they're already my friend on Discord. And I'm okay with that. You might not be okay with that, so turn that off. You have the control, you have the toggles. Twitter is in there, so I have both my FH Umpires and my Discord for Creators Twitter, and this helps you really quickly use bots to post on your behalf for activity that's happening on those channels. So that can be really, really helpful. All right, I'm gonna check in, see if there's any other questions. All right, there's my Discord server. Thanks, Dina. There you go. And of course, it's really important to me, Elaine, that people get comfortable with using Discord in LGL in particular. And if you happen to be watching this and you're not part of the LGL server, what is happening in your life? Get over there, because that's where all the cool things are happening now. I want to make sure that people are comfortable in using that because I think it's such a powerful tool. It's going to help Doc be able to deliver the community experience, that engagement, and that support that he's been really angling for. And I don't think you want to miss it. I think you want to be a part of it. And who knows, it might be a way that you can see how it could work for your community. Okay. Payment settings. Okay. Discord is free to use. You do not have to pay a dime to own a server or to have a user account to be a part of 100 servers. It is completely free. However, Discord is a freemium offering, like a lot of things out in the world. And if you want a better experience as a Discord user, if you want to have a server where your own experience that you're able to provide to your community is better, then you're going to want to become a Nitro member. And you can subscribe. You get the chance to have a different avatar, banner, and bio in each of your servers. Okay, so you saw my user profile, and I mentioned that I now also have server profiles, and I can change my server profiles for every place that I'm in. If you are a Nitro member, you have that ability as well. And I like that because I want to show a different personality, a different business interest, a different area of expertise, a different degree of personalization. I could go into a server with a bunch of gamers and I could change my name, I could change my avatar, and I could just become a Minecraft pixelated digger thing, and nobody would know that that's actually the Canadian Whistle Lady. I don't know why I would do that, but I could do that. And that would give me the freedom to feel comfortable there. You can change your own video backgrounds now, friends. We're Ecamm users, so are we gonna use video backgrounds? No, we're not. But it's a popular feature with the kids out there. This is where you also gain the ability to use an animated avatar, profile banners, and custom tags. You can use animated GIFs as your avatar, but I'm using me because I want that. Stickers. Oh boy. Okay, can we just have a quick talk here? Here, I'm afraid we're gonna have to lean in for this. Stickers. Just don't. I love you all, and I want the best for you. Just don't with stickers. Apparently the kids think GIFs are terrible as well, but I'm like, they tell more of a story than a sticker does. I'm going to show you how you can limit stickers in your life in a bit in the next few screens somewhere. Here's also where you're able to use the emojis. So you saw how in my user profile in the About Me section, I had animated GIFs that I was able to use. So any server that I'm in that has special emojis, whether they're animated emojis or regular emojis or just whatever, I can now use those in different servers so I can be even cooler. I'm not saying it's the most important thing, but it can be fun. This is the big one, okay? So you can support servers. And a lot of people have done this in LGL, which is fantastic. And I've got a couple of people in F8 Umpires that do this as well. And so they basically pay a little share of the cost to increase the cool stuff that that server can do. And the more people who boost a server, the less money it costs. It's very cool. So you get, with your Nitro subscription, 2 server bursts. 2 server boosts and 30% off the extra boost. So to me, it's money well spent. You can have a custom profile badge within. This is a big one, bigger uploads. Okay, so if you want to upload a video that you took on your phone, a sample of your live stream, for example, and you want somebody to give you an assessment of your audio, troubleshoot something with you, you can use bigger uploads and you'll have the capacity to do that, and you get better resolution for all your video streams. Oh, I didn't know that I'd max out my capacity of servers to join to 100. Man, I can barely keep up with the, 30 that I'm in right now. There you go. Increased character counts. So yes, there's a whole bunch of great features that you can use, but you absolutely do not have to do this. And no, there's no affiliate links. Otherwise, I would have hit you with one already. There you go. Server boosts. You can see exactly who you're throwing your support behind and who you're boosting. So I have chosen to spend my marketing budget on boosting my own Discord for Creators server. So I'm at a level 2 there, and I'm also at a level 2 of F8 Umpires with I don't have to boost quite as many because there are other people involved, but yes, those are there. So that really helps the servers. So although my streaming video quality is high at 180, now I've also enabled things like better voice channel quality for channels and going lives. The private threads is something really nice, which and the archiving of threads. So threads are a lot like subtopics in a channel, and they're really helpful to keep things organized. Let me show you just really quickly, because like, why not? I have a channel in FH Empires that is all threads all the time. And I've done this in Discord for creators as well, but it's really easy to show you in, actually, let's just show you in Discord for creators because it's there. So in the Q&A, just as I did in FH Empires, there are threads that allow me to keep information more organized. These threads will auto archive in a week, because that's the way that I have them set. So if I go to oh, that's interesting. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Where can I edit the thread? Oh, I can't edit it after it's been archived. That's why. Okay, good to know. Maybe this one is still live. Nope, I have to show you on FH Empires. There we go. There was a reason I went there. Okay, so with the threads, I have this in a split view. So I know where it's come from and I know where the thread's involved. And as a server manager, I can see and I can edit the thread and I can change, oh my goodness, only 3 days? No, I want to make sure that this is live for a week. If people respond within this week, it resets the time before the thread's going to auto archive, which is great. But once people aren't interested in this stuff anymore, it'll archive. It's still searchable. We can resurrect it just by posting to it again, but it's not going to take up so much space in the whole thing. So as a server owner, I can see all of the threads that have come before, but a lot of these are archived, which I think is really fantastic. Okay, so if you boost a server, that gives you the ability to extend the amount of time that a thread is live without new activity being inserted on it. Okay, where are we at? Oh, I'm in the server overview. That's not where I want to be. Okay. Server boost. Your subscriptions, that's just going to show you if you've joined Nitro or not. And you can also buy a whole bunch of server boosts for a low price as well. So they can bundle them up. So if you're boosting a whole lot of servers because you love lots of people and you want servers to be great, this is where you're going to see it. And you can see credits, and if people have gifted you subs or anything like that, they're going to be here. Gift inventory. If you use Xbox or PlayStation or something like that, you might occasionally have gifts in here that come through you being a Nitro member. So they do nice things for the gaming community in here. And then of course your billing information. So that's there. Now, let's get into some more customization, shall we? Okay. Appearance. Now I have right now Discord set up on light mode with a dark left-hand pane, a dark sidebar. Now, if you want to have an insight into the wild, wild world of the gamer kids who all started this general community, Google and YouTube light mode Discord, and they will absolutely, like, it's an absolute roast. So you can change here, dark, light, or sync with the computer. So when your computer goes from light mode to dark mode, your Apple, for example, is timed with sunrise and sunset to change. That can be a nice feature as well, which I was using for a while. I've now actually gone to mostly using it in dark mode. I'm using it in light here because it's easier for me to show all of the features. There's just more contrast. It also means there's more light on my face, but I think it's worth it. But I've kept the sidebar dark because it's nice and contrasty, okay? You can change your message display. There's cozy. Is cozy spelled with an S? She's asking herself live. There's cozy and there's compact. So I actually have never looked at compact mode. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Oh, that's small. Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, that's compact, all right. Yeah, I don't want any piece of that. So I'm gonna change that right back to cozy mode, which is just a little more spaced out for these old ocular devices that I've got implanted in my head. But you've got a lot of latitude here to change your fonts. Okay, you can change your font scaling to whatever works best for your eyes. So if you're finding this to be a difficult experience, it's just not quite good enough. Look at that 20 points. Oh, that's so nice. That's nice. I might come back and keep that. I don't know. I've never changed it before. Okay, but I'm gonna go back to the default of 16 for now. You can insert more space between the message groups so that things are laid out more comfortably for you. Zoom level. It's got its own zoom, you guys. Glenda would be so happy. It's got its own zoom, okay? And then they take it even another step further with accessibility. I haven't spent a ton of time in this section, but there's a few things that I think are worthwhile in looking at. So you can change the saturation of colors and things like that. So people who have different kind of sensitivities, or perhaps they have different kind of color blindness or color differential challenges, they can change up their settings to make it easier. You can reduce the motion. So if you have trouble with all the things flashing around and there's a server that you've gone into and there's just everything's vibrating and you're like, it's too much, you can reduce the motion with things like that. You can change if GIFs are automatically played or not, or do you have to click on them in order for them to start going in motion for you? So if I change that setting and I go back to here, you can see that the GIF that I have in my announcement section, it's not going to play unless I hover right in the GIF. So if you find GIFs annoying, look at that. You can just change them into images. Yes. That can be very nice. Animated emojis, you can turn those on and off. So if you don't like the little distractions of those little things, you can turn them off. It's really nice to be able to have these options. If you want a calmer experience or those things disrupt your eyesight. Stickers, you can see, oops, I have selected never animate. Never, because I don't like stickers, just so you know. All right. You can change the default of chats, that it actually shows you a send message button rather than just enter. Because if you hit the return key on your keyboard and you're typing out a message, that is going to send the message for you. You may not like that. You may want to have more control. You have a habit of hitting enter too often, too much. You can do that, okay? They've got text to speech. This is really handy for gamers who are, they're doing their thing. It's too busy, but they want to hear the inputs and they want to hear people chatting to them and typing in text chat to them through text to speech. This could be handy for you too if you can't see the screen for example, you might be, I don't know, cooking in your kitchen and doing a stream that way, and you want to hear the messages that people are putting through on Discord without actually seeing a screen because you're busy trying to make sure that you, I don't know, don't cut yourself with a knife. Who would ever do that? You can use text to speech in order to read those things out to you. Now, if you're live streaming, there's a lot of dangers involved in that. So if there's anybody in here who's thinking about it, let's talk about it before you give it a shot. Okay, voice and video. Gang, this is the place you're gonna come to over and over again. And they really should have a shortcut to this. They should absolutely have a shortcut to this, because if there's one thing that is a frustration, sort of my main frustration with Discord, it has its downsides, absolutely. This is one of them. There's some weird stuff that can go on with your audio. And my recommendation to you is that anytime you're about to start a voice channel for the first time that session, that day, or maybe you were in Zoom for a while and then you're like, okay, enough of that Zoom business. I'm going into Discord to talk to my friends, my LGL friends. Then you're gonna want to come into here and just double check your devices. So just like Zoom, Teams, you have all of your input devices and output devices that you can change, okay? Don't tell Doc that I'm still using Loopback, but I am. But I can change to my Ecamm virtual live mic here. If I want to, I can change to my Epoch cam microphone, all that kind of stuff. You can see the Shure MV7 that I usually use, and my output devices are here. So this is for the sound into and coming out of this app, not your system settings. Okay, so you all know how to go into your system settings on your Mac and change things from there. That's a good place to start. And then you make sure your Discord settings are the same way. Okay. They've got a little testing mechanism that you can use. I wonder what's going to happen if I do this. Okay, I'm not gonna sample it, but it plays your vocal sounds right back to you, so you can tell if it's working. And input mode. If you're in a voice channel and people say to you, "Hey, friend, you're breaking up here," and the boundary line around your voice channel is flashing. So kind of like you've seen in Zoom, the person who's talking, you can see the border around that person's window is lit up. That same feature works in Discord. You don't ever have big focus automatically the way that you do in Zoom, but it does have that border. And if you see that kind of flashing coincidentally at the same time where their audio is cutting in and out, that's because their voice sensitivity isn't turned up high enough. Now you can see here that I have turned my input sensitivity all the way to the left. Because quite frankly, I'm really good with the mute button. Well, I probably actually could be better. Don't answer that, anybody who hangs out with me in voice channels. So I make sure that it's basically always on. If you're a user who's not really good with muting, then you might want to set your decibel level, and you can see the range. Every time I start talking, I push a little bit over that decibel marker, and that will allow my voice to go through into the voice channel. But you can see how that might be a little bit crazy, and you can have it set automatically. So you can see as it turns green, Discord could be transmitting my voice into a voice channel right now. Okay, so this is the first place you come to troubleshoot any choppiness with your audio, because it's probably not your internet connection. It's probably this here shebang. If you are using a mobile device, if you're on your phone, you want to notice your voice sensitivity, because if your phone is further away from you and you're talking, I have my phone. Sometimes I think everybody can see what I'm doing, but if you have your phone out here, because you're like, hi, and your microphone is further away, your sensitivity might be turned down too low for the sound to be transmitted reliably. Looking at you, Rich Graham. Okay. So this is where you're going to come troubleshoot. If you pop into a voice channel and people say, I can't hear you, or you sound like a chipmunk, you want to get out of the voice channel. You want to come in here to your settings, get them right, get them straight. Shut down Discord, like Command Q, Spotlight, open it up again, or Stream Deck it, open it up again, go back into the voice channel, and I guarantee everything will be working hunkery-dory. 95% of the time it works 100% of the time. Okay. Video settings. Fun fact, friends, you can use your Ecamm virtual camera in Discord. Yes, indeed. It is not a feature that is normally enabled by default. I have instructions, and maybe Dee's got a chance. Wait, what? Dee will have the opportunity to pull out the link from the LGL help post. It's pinned to the top of the channel. So you can grab that link for the people who are part of the LGL server. And it's got the code that you need to insert into Terminal so that you can use, Ecamm's virtual cam into Discord. Now, let's see what I'm going to... I don't know if I'm going to open a wormhole here by opening a voice channel right now, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens if I do. Now, I know this particular channel here is just for me, unless I pull somebody in to this voice channel. But I want to show you how it looks. So when I've clicked on this voice channel, you can see the little voice, the little speaker. It's called Keely's Lounge because it's mine. And you can see that I am online and I am talking. Now, in order to see what's happening in here, I'm going to turn on my camera and word, here it is. My camera is on, and because I'm using Ecamm Live's virtual camera as my camera in Discord, it is transmitting everything from there into Discord. Ladies and gentlemen, what? I need a sound effect. I need that. How you like that? Isn't that amazing? This is what we're talking about when you can run your live streams to your community and only your community, or to your community and to YouTube, or to your community and to Facebook, maybe, if you were, I don't know, somebody who didn't like yourself very much, because it seems like a really tough thing that you'd want to do that. And you can do it all into Discord. I could even share another screen into this whole jam. Ooh, yeah, let's do this one. Okay, I've now shared a screen into the Discord server, and look, it's your comments. And so people could be in here. In the grid format, it looks like a gallery in Zoom. Or I can click on it and it focuses, and look, it's transmitting at 1080p, 30 frames per second, live, ladies and gentlemen. Really, really, really cool. I'm going to stop that streaming and I am going to disconnect. Fun fact, disconnecting from a voice channel is a very polite thing to do. You're going to want to do that because if you just stay in and everybody else is left, it's kind of like passing out drunk at the party, and you might wake up the next day and you're like, where's everybody? Oh my God, nobody else is here. So disconnecting is the polite and etiquette-filled thing to do. There you go. Let's go back to voice and video because there's still more goodies within this. Okay. Here's some technical stuff about things that, I don't know, Doc would probably be able to tell us more about with hardware acceleration and things like that. Because remember, this was built for gamers. So there's a lot of features here that are very specific, but hey, friends, we get to benefit as live streamers from the great video and audio quality that's provided in this. This is not Zoom. This is not, hey, we're going to cripple you because we're jerk faces. This is Discord going, yeah, we're going to give you all this great stuff. Just pay a little bit of money for a server boost and you can do amazing things. You can turn on echo cancellation. So if you're one of those monsters who doesn't use these, there is echo cancellation in here. There's noise reduction. There's automatic game control so that you don't blow people's eardrums out necessarily. High pack priority. The screen sharing, you do need to trigger this and install so the audio gets captured and sent through from the applications you share. But this is all you have to do. So it's very similar to Ecamm in that language where you want to turn on the audio sharing. So there it is. You'll get a little warning, and boy, haven't we all had this at one point where suddenly our audio isn't being transmitted with our mic, and there's recording and logging features. So really, really good stuff here. Okay, I'm going to check in the comments and see what's going on here. Just don't with the stickers. Okay, I'm going to tag this question for later. Dee would never cut herself with a knife. Absolutely not. It's when you're out on the porch and sometimes your voice gets a little choppy. Just saying. Here you go. Thank you very much, Dee. That is the link that we were looking for. So if you need more help with that, go into the LGL help channel and I will hang out with you in a voice channel. You can share your screen and we can do a diagnostic and I can watch you and say, no, you got to click that button, or, oh, no, there's a backslash missing from the text. So there you go. Okay. What is next? I know we're going step by step because doesn't Doc do this with the system or the preferences in Ecamm? Yeah, he does. Okay. A lot of settings that help you control how much visual information again is coming through with text, and obviously some people who have maybe limited internet connections and things like this might be wanting to use this. Emoji reactions. I'm trying to think. There was one particular, okay. Hey, did I mention that time that I didn't like stickers? And so I say, please don't suggest a sticker. I used a sticker once and the result was shameful. I don't ever want to do that again. In the text box that you type in, otherwise known as a dialog box, / commands, preview emojis, mentions, and markdown syntax. This is like an autofill feature that is really, really handy, and it should be triggered by default, but just in case it's not, the reason you want that is because it makes it easier to do things like type commands, pardon me, for bots or for emojis. So for example, if you hit colon and start typing shrug, as I have here, it's giving me the matching emojis that I have access to. There's stickers, but I'm not playing that game. And I can click on the one that I want. I can up and down arrow to the one that I want. And that makes it really easy to insert emojis that I want to have in my lexicon. Of course, if you have text expander shortcuts that help you with those things, so like I have a blue circle, or I have LOL because I apparently laugh out loud a lot. So I can use my text expander shortcuts in here as well. So I have a few different ways in which I can do that. So definitely make sure that that feature is turned on. You're going to want that big time. What else? Threads in split view. Okay. See, I turned this off and I didn't like it, but this will help you with how you are looking at threads, which I showed you before. Okay. don't be afraid to like click on it, toggle it, and see if you like the result. And if it doesn't make sense to you and you're like, no, then just toggle it the other way. Click on things and see what happens. You can't break anything, just like with Ecamm. It's the same way. Spoiler content, okay? This is not something we're using too often here, but let's say you're talking about a movie or a television show and you want to talk about a plot point. You can actually mark up the text and block it out. And so somebody actually has to click on it in order to see what's underneath the markdown. It's cool, but I'm not too worried about it. Notifications. Oh, friends, this is where you can save your sanity. You can disable desktop notifications. You can disable a notification badge, which will give you a number for how many things that you have been mentioned in all the servers that you're a part of. Okay, obviously I have a lot of my notifications turned on because this is my job. So I'm in with all of this. I have all of my notifications set to never for text to speech. Okay, because I don't know. I'm going to try this tomorrow and see if I hate it, because I keep telling you, isn't it fun? But here you go. You can also reduce the number of sound notifications. So if you're tired of hearing notifications when somebody mutes in a voice channel, you can turn it off. If you don't want to hear people deafening themselves, it's a little doo-doo. It's just a nice little dulcet tone, but maybe you don't want that in your life. You can do that. And I've just realized I should turn this off when I'm doing my watch parties. Very interesting. Okay. Yeah, users joining, users leaving. There's so many things that you can control. Fine tune the sounds that are going to distract you. Okay. Email notifications, social emails. I don't get any emails. That's interesting. I'm like, what do you mean Discord emails me? They don't. I just get lots of, pings in the actual app. So that's interesting. Okay, we only have a few more important ones to go through, and I wanted to get done by 6. So let's see if we can fly through them. Keybinds. What the heck is a keybind? It's a keyboard shortcut. I don't know. These people have fancy words. The default shortcuts. Okay, go through this list because, and this is the big one you're going to want to know. Show me the keyboard shortcuts list. Command /. So let's see. Where can I do this that it's not going to ruin everything? I'm going to go into, let's go into bot commands and let's see. Oh, there we go. I command slashed. I didn't have to go into a channel at all. And I've got all of the shortcuts right there, and that's really great. So if you're trying to learn the shortcuts and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to have to go open a web page and then go search for the shortcut I want. Just you're in Discord and just, even if you're in this and you command /, it'll open up all your keyboard combos for you, which is dope. Okay, so you can see there's a lot because gamers, right? You can change the language in which you're typing because there is an automatic text spelling, a spell check. Smart girl. There's a spell check embedded, and so it will help you with whatever language that you're in. And yes, did I say English UK? I did, because I spell things properly. Streamer mode. This is what I would have turned on to do this stream if I didn't want to show you a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to enable streamer mode so you can see what I mean. Streamer mode allows me to camouflage. So now I've gone up to my account and it's hiding all of my details. So I can't accidentally or on purpose show my details to people. So there's some nice privacy issues in there. So I can hide my personal information, invite links. So if I do that, you can see, oh no, it's still got all that stuff there. I think that's more for when you're in voice channels and the like. I'm going to leave that turned on for now and see what happens, because privacy is good. You also have the ability to disable all the sounds with one click here, which is kind of a weird place to put these kind of things instead of in the notifications pane. But all right, Discord, you do you. You do you. And here's just a few things that if you're developing apps for Discord, this is where you're going to go. Not for me. Okay. That is everything to do with all of the Discord user account things. I'm going to look at some questions now, if there are any. Who knows? Okay, where's my show? Where's my thing? Okay. Hi. Oh, that's okay, David. You know what you can do? You could watch the replay. Oh, well, it's almost like you knew that was a thing already. Okay. When I have a chance, can I show you how the RSView calendar works in Discord? Yes. Okay. So events are really interesting, and I'm going to do this all in my server just because let's do this here because I think that's easier. Now the built-in, let me just switch back to the view where you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. There's a built-in capacity to add events in your server without anything else. Okay. So you can sit here and you can create events, and you can create them in a voice channel, for example. So if you want to set up a meeting with all your favorite LGL people and you want to talk over monetization strategies, or you want to get some input on your personal customer or your preferred customer avatar. I've already forgot the vocabulary. Okay, you could do that here, and it creates an event that'll automatically be associated with that voice channel. You could also create an event to go somewhere else. So it could be a text channel, which is all the other channels that aren't voice channels. It could be a YouTube link. It could be a Facebook link. It could be your website. It could be all kinds of things. Okay. So you can easily add a link there and event topics and all that kind of thing. Boom. You can upload a little cover image for it and off you go. Let's just say it's a test. Okay. And you can create the event and it will automatically start when it's time. So if I start this event, or if I create the event, you can see now I have one event in Discord for creators. And if I go look at that event, here it is. Oh, it's going to be starting in 55 minutes. I didn't even check what time it was set for. If I click interested, I will now get a notification of when that's going to start. And, oh, I could do one more. I could click on the little, what do they call it? Ellipses. And I could actually add it to my calendar. I could add it to a Google Calendar. I could download the ICS file, which is a good method to use when you're using Apple Calendar. Who uses Yahoo? I don't know. Anyway. Okay. So I can do those things. I can edit the event. I can cancel it. I can copy the event link if I want to share it with other people and that sort of thing. And I can actually start it early if I want. I could do all those things. So you can see that there's one person interested. That's me. I know Rich is going to come in here and he's going to click on interested just because he likes to mess. So let's see. Actually, I'm going to start this right now so you can all see how that works. Okay. So this is now switched to happening now. And you can see now at the top of my server pane, it says, oh, this thing's happening right now. And here's a link so people can click on it and they can go straight to your event. So if you're doing a general chat for a bunch of people and you've added the voice channel that's in your server, then it'll take that person and add them into the voice channel. They will connect and they will be a part of that event. Okay, so that's the built-in events function. You don't necessarily need to get anything more than that. And let's see, I'm just going to end that event because I like to keep things tidy. Okay, so now you can see it's gone, and boom, there it goes. There are bots that you can use that make this even more interesting. And in order to do that, Sesh is one of those bots. There's Apollo, there's a few others where you can ramp up the level in your server to using emoji reactions to RSVP for events. So for example, I will show you with this. Okay, here's a watch party that I'm going to be running in my FH Empire server that's going to be on, as you can see, on March 13th. I've restricted it to certain roles. So only certain people are able to come to this watch party because I'm an elitist. And you can see that so far, I'm the only person who's confirmed. And there's a lot of people who are maybes. And nobody has declared that they're going to have FOMO. You really don't need to have the declines, but you might have an event where, you know, you have 20 board members and you need to know how many people have seen this and are not available and are not coming. So you could use that, and you can customize the entries and the emojis for coming, maybe, and FOMO. And here are the emoji reactions. Okay, so Sesh automatically creates the first one. So there's two of us, Sesh and me, have reacted with a white check mark. Here are all the shrugs that are like, I don't know. Nobody's clicked on no except for Sesh. Sesh is the one person because Sesh added the emoji in the first place. And then Sesh gave me a smiley. Oh, that's kind of weird. And then if I click on this, I can edit the event. Now I could go into all the features of Sesh. It's pretty wild and crazy, but one of the biggest ones is that when you react positively with a yes or a maybe by default to an event, Sesh will send you a direct message and it will say, hey, here's your event. Do you want to add it to your calendar? And it gives you a little plus sign. Or there's a little alarm clock emoji at the bottom of the event. You can click on that and it'll say, oh, do you want to be reminded of this 1 hour before, half an hour before, 10 minutes before? It gives you all these options. It's dope. So when you combine the ability to add these events to your calendar, which you can do in the built-in event as well, but you can do it more elaborately in Sesh, then you can, it's going to give me that warning message again. You can also set reminders for yourself within Discord that help get you to that place. So if you're like me and you've got notifications, you just think, oh, I want some more notifications. That's how you do it. You get more notifications. And they can really help. And then you can populate your calendar. It's just, oh, there's so many cool things that you can do with this. And I'm really, really excited for all the different ways that I'm going to use this in the servers that I'm managing. So there you go. That is your question, Albert. David's account uses Yahoo. What? There you go. Thank you very much. That's very nice. You're very welcome. And it's really important, just like Doc tries to get us to do with Ecamm, go through these options yourself. Go through the menus, click through everything, toggle some things, see if you can break it. I double dog dare you to break something in Discord. You can't. You can't. I think 7-year-olds use this program. So you can give that a shot. Albert, so under LGL on Discord, there are 3 calendar events grouped together. Nice cluster feature in the Discord. Yes. So right now we're putting all of the Sesh announcements of new events in the announcements channel. that seems to be working well, but you can also send those announcements to different channels depending on, like, maybe you have a special members group that you only want certain people to know that the event is even happening, but people can't respond to events that they don't have the roles to accept. Long story. We're going to get into roles next time on next week's Discord Demo Disco. Should it be a Discord Disco demo? No. Discord Demo Disco. I think that's the right way. I think that'll work. Okay. I think I got through the questions, and I really appreciate you guys sticking around. It's been great having you. Come on over to the Discord for Creators server, and you can check out how I'm framing things there. And if you're serious about launching a community source for your people, but you're not quite sure how to do it, you don't know whether it's going to take too much time for you, you need some help with moderation, you need help with the strategies to build that, that's what I'm doing with Discord for Creators. So please come on over and ask some questions, and let's get you moving on that pathway, because I can't. The same way that Callie is super excited about Kajabi, I am super excited about Discord. I now have 500 people in my FH Empires Discord, and it is hopping, it's fun, and the value that I can provide to my people is just incredible. So I can't speak highly enough of it, and it could be an option for you too. So let's talk about making that happen. All right, thanks very much. And we've got some hitting the likes. You're very welcome, Luce. I'm glad you're here. That is the server, and we will sign off for now and see you around. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.